We are a fly on the wall in the life of Chengetai Mnisi, wellness professional, dance instructor, speaker, and content creator, passionate about helping people become the best versions of themselves. Now, all that does not even begin to describe who you are, Chenge. So please, we'll start off right there. Thank you for allowing us to be a fly on the wall in your life.
Pleasure. It's about time.
About time. I've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
So I feel like you are so much more than this.
Yeah.
Please give us the real bio.
Well, Chenge is someone who loves and appreciates life. And this is because I know how hard life can be. So when it gets good, and not good because the weather is good because you start seeing how beautiful and how great life is because you have endured, and you make a choice to see the goodness of life despite the environment, despite what's happening around you. That is me. Mama to 2 little bambinos, sister, friend, daughter, partner, everything in between. I juggle and handle so much, but I wouldn't be doing anything else. Yeah.
I like that you said you've been through so much. What has been to this point your lowest moment?
Girl. I think one of my lowest points in life was losing my great-grandmother. She was my mom, she raised me. Tisuwai Nereradzi diaspora, where your parents have to go abroad to, in search of greener pastures.
Yeah.
And then Onosarana Gogo, and she becomes that maternal figure, that person that's just your rock. And she never said no. She never tried to scrutinize and criticize my dreams and my vision. It might have been age, so she won't question much. But she was always like, Chenge kana paini zvaunenge uchida kuita, go ahead and do it. Tongoona kuti zvinobuda here, zvikasabudawo ndizvozvo. So at the point of her death, I think it's been like 5 years now, I always look back and I'm so grateful for the woman that she was. I always say ndakakurira munda. So I'm never above the program.
I like that.
I'm not afraid of hard work, Iyati. So I work for every single dollar, every single cent.
Wow. And it shows.
Because of her.
It shows.
Yeah.
Anzi Auyere Pineapple.
Oh my gosh. People that know that name know me from the jump, from way back.
Yeah, that's me too. I was struggling. I was like, I haven't heard pineapple in a while.
Yeah.
What happened to the name pineapple?
So pineapple, I outgrew it.
Okay.
And I realized that I wasn't in touch and proud of my identity when, the pineapple brand was prominent. Okay. It was cute, it was fun, I was young, and it just made sense. But then one moment I woke up and I was like, I'm so sick and tired of telling people my name. And I'm so sick and tired of telling people my real name. To say it's Chengetai, not Chengetai. Chengetai with a Y-I. And I was like, for the rest of my life, you're going to have to know that my name is Chengetai with a Y-I. Period. No pineapple, no mainingi, no mkadziwaningi. It's Chengetai, full stop. I'm so secure in my identity and in who I am. And I'm so proud of the woman that I have become and I continue to become. So yeah, I mean, pineapple just had to die. So Chenge, comes up and just is proudly Zimbabwean as well. Chengetai, kuchengeta is to take care of, is to secure, So why would I not take ownership of that? It's such a beautiful thing. And I think it's so clear as well with the communities that I have built and continue to build.
Yeah.
I take care of people. And whether I notice it or not, it's just who I am. And that stems from my name.
I like that. Identity is so critical.
Yeah.
It's so central to who we become, to what we are 100%. About. So you were named for purpose.
There we go.
Yeah, you were actually named for purpose because now you're into wellness.
Yeah.
And chengeta, kuchengeta.
There we go.
Yeah.
Kuzvichengeta iwewe
Yeah.
nekuchengeta vamwe. Yeah.
So I remember seeing you for the first time. You literally, I was at an event.
Here we go.
You literally just burst onto the scene,
Yeah.
so to speak. It was a very compact space. We're doing hair with Shingi.
Oh,
yes, yeah.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
way back. We're doing natural hair talks.
Yeah.
And you were a young little spindly windly
Little girl.
such a little girl. And you, as the program was running, you went to whisper to Shinge, I think, to ask to dance.
Yeah.
And then we're like, and then?
Yeah.
You know, we're here as grown girls sitting here to talk about
hair.
Yeah. Why does she want to dance and what's this about?
Yeah.
You were always so self-assured. You were always so focused and you believed in yourself. I mean, before you, was anyone else in Zimbabwe dancing?
Yes, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I think one of my icons is Sean Mambwere.
Okay.
He is absolutely fantastic. And he's one of the pioneers, the people that we look up to in the industry. There were people, but I think because our environment and our community didn't or still doesn't rate dance to that level, we were always in the back burner, you know. So even when it comes to artists and events, we never get the shine, we never get the glory, but we make the moment. That energy, it does something for a performance, it does something for a room. And when I came in, I then realized that I don't just want to be a dancer. I never want to be put into one box. And then that's when I was like, I'm just going to do as much as I can, but never lose dance, because I love dancing. I've loved it since I was a little girl. And it's one of those things, zvakangoramba kubuda. So to this day, I've found a way to monetize, to impact, to influence through what I love. So the dancers are there and they're up and coming. They're there. And I think with the advent of social media as well, now we begin to see more of them, and then people can appreciate what's going on. But back then, times were tough.
Yeah. But you broke through all of that and you said, I am going to dance.
100%.
Talk us through the early years. What were the uphill struggles that you had to face?
Girl, first of all, not being paid. It was looked upon as that you guys are doing this for fun. Surely you can't earn a living from dance. And for some, it's actually true to this day. You always have to do something else. It's always, oh, I'm a dancer, and what? And you're like, do you ask a doctor? They're a doctor, and what? You're a radio presenter, and what?
Yeah.
But for a dancer, you always need to supplement, you know. And once you appreciate that and understand that, then you have to pivot quickly. So there was that, the underpaying or no paying. And then there was the stereotype that if you dance, you are a certain type of woman. And that is not a good woman. You'd be there like, guys, I'm just doing what I love. What do you mean? And you would hear all these slurs being thrown across on a stage. And you're like, this is crazy, you know? But I never at any point internalized all that nonsense, because I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wrong. That's the thing. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not taking away from anybody or anything. I'm just living in my truth. So why are you finding a problem with that? But people are people. And I think another struggle has been just staying consistent. Iyati, there's so many times when I wanted to give up, because it's always like,
yeah,
you know, what am I doing? And now when I look at my kids, would I even encourage my kids to pursue what I am pursuing?
Yeah.
You know, because they'll probably be like, my mom, what is this? But I make it a point to go with my daughter to work. So she understands the amount of sweat and energy that goes into bringing money back home. And now I can stand and say, you know what, 8 years in the making, I'm proud of myself, and I am earning, I'm taking care of my family through that very dance
Really?
and all other competencies that are part of me. And part of it is speaking.
Fantastic. And you're a great speaker. So
Thank
it's
you.
only recently when
Yeah.
I then saw you speaking.
Yeah.
And then I think in the comment section, people began to, identify with you from years back, like
Yeah.
Kudzinakwe here says on WhatsApp. I remember Chenge from high school.
Come on now.
Queen Elizabeth Apple.
Yes.
She used to dance back then. And then I learned that, and shout out to you, girl.
Oh, shout out.
And then I learned that you were a head girl.
Yeah.
In your final year of high school.
Yes, I was.
Right next door to us.
Yes,
girl. You must have been a couple of years my junior. Let's go back to that Chenge at Queen Elizabeth.
Of course.
What kind of a girl were you at school, particularly in a girls-only environment?
Funny enough, when I started high school, I was not confident. I just wanted to coast through the whole of high school because I was broken. I was a broken little girl, to be very honest. My mom had to leave when I was like grade 4, and I went through so many transitions that didn't make sense to me in my 9-year, 10-year life. Like, kids can't rationalize a lot of things. Adults, we have this tendency of making decisions for children, and we don't care to even just explain. I'm not going to change the situation, but at least if you just let me know, okay, you're moving from Greystone Park to Chishawasha. That was a culture shock for me.
Okay.
Like, from this bougie, what, to ride, tirku mission to Gezanima bucket, tirku musha, and all that. It did something to me. It broke me. And I was made fun of because of how I sounded. Because I sounded like a Larny kid. You can imagine. Because it was a different time. So moving, that transition, I was bullied and I just didn't feel secure in myself. And I was a crybaby. I used to cry at the drop of a pin, guys. Like, I just do anything to me. And then when high school came about, I was just so broken and I was so done. And I was just like, here we go again. Form 1, we are underdogs. What can we do? So I just got into Form 1, and I was missing my mother so much, because my mom had left for the UK. And because we didn't have phones or the technology, we didn't get the opportunity to communicate as much as we should have. So I was always just in a limbo. Is my mom even thinking about me? How's she doing? I remember this one time, because I started off in boarding school. I just went to my washing lines one day at the end of the day. And I bawled my eyes out. I cried on that day. Mama, mama. That I still remember it like it was yesterday, because that emotion was so raw. But after that, I was just like, you know what? Patiri ndo patiri. I'm here now, and that's never going to change. And I was so fortunate to make really good friends that loved dancing as well. So from Form 1, I was always in a dance crew. We started off Form 1, Form 2, I was in a dance crew called Pedigree. Form 3, Form 4, TLC. Girl, I'm telling you, it was Tashinga, Lois, Chenge. So Tatirka Trio Kedu.
Okay.
And then lower 6, upper 6 now, because leadership was now coming into play. Aiwa kuchibilika kakwanga kusisabvumidzwe, because what head girl or what prefect are you seeing jumping up and down? So yeah, but paunozoita munhu mukuru, then you realize, hey, I own my life and I can do what I want. And if no one's coming to save me, no one's coming to stop me either. So that was Chenge, and I think I cannot ever tell my story without saying the name Maimujeni. She was the senior woman, and she saw the leadership qualities in me. And she was like, Iwewe, I want you in junior parliament. You are going to go and you're going to represent our school.
Wow.
And I was so intimidated, because we were talking about Anna Churchill, Roosevelt, PE, and all these girls' high and all the, schools that were on our level and beyond. And in my mind, I was just like, how can I match up? But I went there and I did what I did. And I made it. I made it into junior parliament. And then after that, I was head girl. And I love this story, because they would take top 10 and then have interviews. And they would always be like, so who do you want? Kuti Aite head girl.
Wow.
I was like, me.
I like that. Yeah.
Me,
Mm.
I'm not going to be led by anyone. I've been a part of this school since Form 1,
Yeah.
and I am not going to be second to anyone. And I made a deal with God. I was like, Mari, if I'm not senior prefect, if I'm not head girl, I am not going to be anybody's vice because we're not doing that here. So I was very, very, adamant and strict about what I wanted for myself. Lo and behold, I was head girl. I ran to that stage to get my blazer because I thought they were going to be like, actually, it's a mistake. But hey, decades later, I look back and I'm like, I did that.
Yeah. Now you're doing incredible work with just wellness and coaching, and particularly with teaching confidence and inspiring confidence in women.
Yeah.
And not just women. I mean,
oh, there are gents that walk up to me and they're like, "I want message tiri kuinzwa. Rambai makadzvanya tiri tinenge tichinzwa." And I'm like, that's fantastic.
So now in the Zimbabwean context, like there are a lot of hurdles. Like you said before, you were just beginning from a very unprecedented space, really. No one really existed doing what you were doing, and in your form. I'm talking about the physical form. And in Zimbabwe, I don't know how to put this, but it's like, I don't know, it could just be me, but it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You are denigrated for looking a certain way. Like, there
we go.
If you're too skinny, it's a
problem.
If you're too voluptuous,
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Yes.
Like, so how did you interface with that struggle? Because I remember the early days also, people would even pick at you to say, why does she look like that? You are very well gifted, by the way.
Thank you.
Very well built. And but people would have a problem with a woman who looks the way
like
you
me,
look
in fitness.
Why and how? So how did you live with that contestation?
Iyati, I don't care.
I know that, and I like that.
I don't care. You know what? When you realize that a person is going to talk anyway, then there's nothing I can do about that. People are always going to have their opinions. To this day, I still get people coming at me for my body. This is my body. What do you want me to do? Like, I can't do that. It's ridiculous. So I don't care. I've learned to have a very thick skin when it comes to the naysayers, because also hate and negativity never comes from the top. It's always from the bottom. True. It's always someone looking up at you and saying, hey. But if someone is a player in the field, all they have is respect. Because they're like, you know what? We know what you're trying to do. We know what you're doing. And this is hard. And the one thing that also pushes me is the amount of women that look like me, that are inspired and motivated by me because I look how I look. So that is encouragement enough, because I'm never going to change. Chenge is always going to be Chenge. Even if I lose 10, 15, 20 kgs, there are certain features of myself that are never going to go away because that's my DNA. So there are women that look at me and they're like, if it's possible for Chenge, then it's possible for me. If she can give birth to one child and still look like this, it's possible for me. If she can give birth to a second child and via C-section and still be at her strongest, at her fittest, then surely it is also possible for me. So those who get it, get it. Those who don't. I block, delete, and move on with my life.
Talk about a thick skin.
Period.
A glowing thick skin,
thank
by
you.
the way.
Stop it. I like it.
So, looking at, the environment that we're in, how would you begin to speak to someone who is so removed from self-awareness, self-confidence? Starting at scratch, how do you begin to break through to a person who is so covered in lack of confidence, shame, in just a weak sort of self-presentation?
So you know what, Iyati? I'm going to sound mean when I say this, but certain people can't be saved.
Okay.
because it's mental at the end of the day. You have to want it for yourself. And if you can't pull yourself out of it, no one can do it for you. Because you can read all the self-help books, you will listen to all the podcasts, and you will have all the conversations. But if you mentally are not prepared for the change, then it's a lost cause. And I see it a lot. You'll have somebody come to you and say, change in order, but andina discipline. I'm like, at least you know yourself. Next, I'm not going to waste my time and dwell on a person like that, because they know themselves. And I respect that. But certain people cannot be saved, and that's okay. But then there's someone who will say, you know what, Chenge, I want to, but if you want to, then you're going to do the actions that show that you want the end result. The problem with people is that we start crying about not getting results when we actually haven't been consistent enough with the actions that bring about those results. Saka zvinoshanda say that's delusion, you know. So I'm always like, some people just can't be saved. We need those people so that people like us can shine. So if you're going to be stuck back there saying, oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, girl, life happened. Yes, you went through it. Makafirwa, you went through the divorce. You went through the terminal illness. You went through the heartbreak. Get over it.
Yeah.
It happened. If you're not doing anything to change it, then Twitter say. Because we cannot wallow. We cannot wallow, Iyati.
Yeah.
Life is long, but life is also short.
True.
If we start to unpack all the things that we've all been through right now, we'll be like, Iyati, how are you sitting right there talking to us right now? But at some point, you're just like, you know what? It happened. I worked through it, and now I'm here because I want better for myself. So if you don't want better for yourself, then at the end of the day, it's you versus you, not you versus Iyati, you versus Chenge. It's you versus you.
Going back to the story of how your mother had to leave, and you were a little girl and you really struggled with that. When you walked into the studio, I was asking after your children, and you said your daughter is now almost 7.
Yes.
And I remember just as a little baby. What kind of a mother have you become, relating back to that season of your life? What sort of a mother have you purposed to be to your children now?
Girl, I am present. That little girl and that little boy can never say my mother was not there. I love my kids to bits, and I make sure that I am there for them. And this lifestyle that I live affords me the luxury of doing so. I've built my empire in a way that I am flexible enough kuti zvikanzi sports day, mama varipo, and mama vari kumanya, and mama kana vamanya, mama vari kuwina.
No less.
That's just me. I'm not losing in front of my children. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, so I am very present for my children, but I'm also very present for myself. My children are not my be-all, end-all. They are not my personality. Motherhood is not my personality.
I like that.
It can never be, because I am just a steward of my children.
True.
They are passing through my hands, and I have to instill those values and make sure that they grow up as, you know, just decent human beings. Okay, Namata, pick up litter when you see litter, say please, say thank you, and everything in between. So that when people look at you 20, 30 years from now, without a shadow of a doubt, they can proudly say, Tirivana Chengetai. And I can proudly point at them and say, these ones, these are my kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love motherhood, but I also love staying as Chenge in it. So I've always made it a point to never lose myself in motherhood.
Now you have very strong opinions, which I totally get. I think we're on the same side of the divide.
Yeah.
How do you find, I know earlier I asked something similar, you said you don't care. But have you ever been resisted in spaces because of how you express such strong opinions, because of how you are just so confident in who you are and what your messaging and your brand is about? Have you ever been resisted, and how do you handle that?
So not directly to my face. There are certain things where, and certain situations where you're like, panapa ndatodzvaka panapa. Or you're like, these brands are never going to work with me because of how I had a conversation with this person and that person. But I really don't mind it because I'm never sacrificing who I am for a paycheck.
Okay.
Because there are people that buy into Chenge as Chenge.
Okay.
There are people that are not bothered, that are not intimidated, that don't feel like I'm offending by me speaking my truth and me being me. And that's where my series So Chalant, comes in.
Yeah, I saw that. I was scrolling through your post yesterday. I was like, so chalant.
Yeah.
I like it in such a nonchalant season of the world.
Yes, I care. And I made it a point to say the things that I care about. Like, if I charge whatever I charge, we can't be going back and forth 4 or 5 times. It's okay, it's fine. It's not a problem, Iyati, And through the conversations that I've had on my Social Land page, you wouldn't even believe the number of conversations I've had with, our peers and personalities and people in the industry that are just like, dude, we get it.
Yeah.
And I wish we could say this, but the red tape and the personas that we've built at this point, we can't afford to, speak out and say it like this.
Yeah.
So I know who I am also speaking for. And sometimes it just takes a forwarded message for it to make the impact, a share on a story or a timeline for it to make the impact. And that's okay. We need a Chenge. We need it.
Absolutely. We're cheering you on. Hi, Iyati. I'm so excited to hear Chenge teaching me. I was a teacher.
Yes.
It has now changed.
Oh,
I'm sure she knows who I am. I'm telling you, if I go down this rabbit hole of what's happening on WhatsApp right now, yeah. But speaking of, the astute rate card, commission cap. And when are you coming to tour the UK? We have been trying to book you.
Oh my God.
Booking Sunday setting.
Come on
the wall.
now.
Zino, right?
On percentage. Guys, the way I've been wanting to come to the UK, but things are just not aligning the way I need them to. So as you know, I've been doing the Dance with Chenge tour, and I went across Zimbabwe and Joburg, just bringing the vibes to the people because people deserve what I have to give. And they've shown that they want, they want it.
Yeah.
So get in touch. Like, guys,
Dini agent,
come on now. Because now it's an issue of visa, flights. It's expensive as well. And this whole tour has been self-funded, so it's been lots of prayers and lots of sacrifices. But it's something that I would be very happy to do. But if the stars align, then great. If not, one day.
Chairman Black Moses, who is a gym instructor, is also in the same space.
Yeah.
He's got nothing but adoration for you. And he's proactive, vibrant, and entrepreneurial. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Chenge, you bring so much fire. You couldn't encounter Chenge and remain the same.
Never.
And for that, we are eternally grateful.
Thank you.
May your tent be enlarged ever and ever. May you keep rising. Nothing but the very best of wishes for you. All right, so we are just under a minute now.
Girl, time flies when we're having fun. What do you mean?
We're just getting started.
Yeah.
But what one thing would we never have guessed were it not for Fly on the Wall about you?
I can sing.
I think that's a bit obvious. A fine looking girl like you, a fine speaking voice like that, why wouldn't you sing? Give us something else.
Hi, Iyati.
Give us something else.
Like, I don't even know.
Come on.
So random.
Yeah. That skeleton in the cupboard.
Oh, yeah, actually. But it's not like a skeleton. It's a good thing.
Yeah, well.
I can bake. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, only because I can't bake, I'll take it. I'll take it. Only because I can't bake to save my life. Also, you can bake.
I can.
All right. So the 10th of September is coming up, and
got you. I'll do a little some.
Yeah. And congratulations on 250K.
Yes, 250,000 followers on Facebook. Crazy.
I saw you with a tiny little cake. Was that your own creation?
Oh no, I had someone make that for me.
Fantastic. We have to wrap it up now, but like I said, nothing but love for you. We love the person that you are. Even in your own little space, sometimes if you feel you've done too much, remember that we need your too muchness out here. Yeah, we're there for it all.
Thank you, Iyati.
Thanks,
I
Chingy.
appreciate it. Love you and appreciate you so much.
Love you, love you, love you right back, and keep on rising, Chingy.